Welcome to the Southwest Florida Strong podcast, brought to you by Conrick PR and Marketing. I'm your host, Connie Ramos-Williams. Today, we're excited to welcome Stephen Bauer, president of the German American Social Club in Cape Coral. Welcome to the podcast, Stephen.
Thank you, Connie. Glad to be here.
We're excited to have you here. I know there's some exciting things going on in Cape Coral and with the club, some great events coming up over this next month or two. But before we go there, can you tell our audience a little bit about you and maybe when you moved to Cape Coral and a little bit about your German heritage?
So I grew up in New York, and after I graduated college, I moved to Cape Coral in 1993. I'm a first generation German American, which means that my generation is the first one born in this country. Both mom and dad came from Germany.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know my grandfather is German born, and I did get to spend a little bit of time in Germany on the Rhine River. Love the country, and there's so many beautiful parts that I need to definitely go back and enjoy. But tell us a little bit about the population in Cape Coral. The German culture in Cape Coral is large and vast, and just wondering what you think the allure and the attraction to the German culture is to Cape Coral and Southwest Florida.
Well, so being here since the early 90s, I've never known Cape Coral without Germans in it. These days, it's a little different. It's a generational shift, and they seem to be, the ones that are coming now are younger. Whereas in the 90s, it was more like a retirement age only. Now we have a pretty robust mix of both. And I mean, the ones, we know quite a bit of them, because whether or not they come to the club or whether they, are just somehow are friends of my mom's, it's endless summer. It's what they love. In the backyard, you have a pool, or in the backyard, you can go to the beach, or you can go saltwater fishing. That was partly the reasons that I moved down here. That and economic opportunity, because Florida's economy has been always so stable, which is why we moved down, and quality of life. I mean, the home we have here in Cape Coral is light years different than what we would have gotten if we stayed in New York. And the other thing that we absolutely love, especially my wife and I, is we're only a 3-hour drive away from the world's greatest theme parks. And we like to go up there on weekends so that we don't have to use vacation to enjoy ourselves or just get away.
It sounds like you have children too?
We do not.
You do not? Okay, so you enjoy you just enjoy the theme parks yourself, you and your wife?
Well, no, we have a boatload of nephews and one niece.
Okay.
And they all come down at various parts of the year, and they all get spoiled rotten with those trips.
Well, very good. Well, the theme parks, Disney in particular, Universal, I mean, there is no age limit from the very young to the very old. We all are favored those theme parks for sure. I know growing up here in Florida, we've spent a lot of our time over at the Disney parks and Universal too. So it's definitely an allure for everyone across the world. But here in Cape Coral, I know that Southwest Florida and Cape Coral has a very large German population, but Cape Coral in particular. And I think to your point, the year-round great weather that we tend to have, and the economy and everything, the more affordable housing and things like that generally in this area has definitely been an attraction. And we've been to the Cape area, and I see a lot of German bakeries. I see a lot of German-owned business in the area. Can you share a little bit about some of the German-owned businesses in the Cape Coral area specifically?
Yes, the bakeries especially. You have a ethnic kind of cravings for the food you were raised on. So, the bakeries and the restaurants especially. We actually go to restaurants ranging from German restaurants from Punta Gorda to Fort Myers. There's one also in Cape Coral on Chiquita Boulevard. And then we also go to a very nice German restaurant on Fort Myers Beach as well.
Very nice, very nice. I'm going to have to check that out. And it's been at least 30 years since I was in Germany, so I haven't actually had German cuisine in many, many years. So I think I'm going to check it out. Do you have a favorite that you can suggest?
We really like, I think it's H&J on 41.
Okay.
It's across the street, a little north of the Edison Mall. And we love Heidi's down on Fort Myers Beach, Heidi's Island Bistro.
All right. I will definitely check that out. Let's talk a
And
little
oh, I'm
bit.
sorry, I have to say, BAM German Bakery in Cape Coral.
Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely check that out. What part of Cape Coral is BAM in?
It is down by Cape Coral Parkway. I think it's one
Okay.
block over on 47th.
All right. I will definitely take a look, maybe take a few friends over there and try everything out. Tell us a little bit now, Stephen, about the German American Social Club. I believe it was founded in 1964. It started off with just 30 members back in the day, and now you're sitting up over 1,000 members. That's a pretty active club. Can you tell us a little bit about what you feel is the attraction to the club and the organization, and what you attribute that kind of growth to?
Well, it started out just as all social clubs do. It started out as just a place where the German Americans in Cape Coral could get together and practice the traditions that they were used to from the old country. The thing about the small membership is it did start small, but it's a grassroots membership. And what happens is people invariably make friends, and they bring their friends in. Their friends make friends. They bring their friends in. We're a total outreach organization. That's why we have our outdoor festivals, which is Oktoberfest being for sure our signature event and the most notoriable of them all. But we also do now weekend festivals, single weekend festivals in the spring. We actually just had two this past spring, which were our test events in coming back from the pandemic. Once we started getting, really good vaccination results in the club, we were able to do a little more. And those were good events for us to show us how to do things better and how to do them now in the current time. But our events also bring a lot of interest. When we have a festival of any kind, we have a new membership booth at that festival where people walking around say, I really like this. I might want to become a part of it. And we just direct them to that booth. And there's people there who run a committee that do nothing but recruit new members.
That's well, a testament to the 1,000+ members that you guys have grown to be. And it sounds like a lot of that is because of that social networking atmosphere, whether it be, the events you're hosting or dinners and things like that, that just really bring the community together. Are most of the members German or have German background? Or are they just a lot of everyone that loves the culture and loves what you're doing there at the social club?
You don't have to be German to join. Our bylaws indicate that you only need to be interested in German culture. We do have a number of non-German, if you will, members, still, European, South American, with very similar, cultural tendencies. But most of our members are German. Almost all are now German American, right? So they immigrated to the United States like my parents did. And then a vast majority is, like me, first generation German American.
Very good. Now we're going to chat a little bit about the signature event that really anyone that lives here in Southwest Florida for any length of time has heard of the Oktoberfest, the annual event that you host in Cape Coral. I believe over the weekend long event, it's gathered up to 10,000 people. I'm glad to hear that you're still hosting that this year. I know last year there had to be some changes because of the first year with COVID. This year, we're still dealing with this virus that's lingering out there. Can you tell our audience a little bit about what they can expect this year at the festival? Certainly some great beer, but all the great things that you've got available to them, and let us know what's going on this year.
Okay, so it's a huge event. We have multiple venues. under one gate. So once you go through admission, you'll go through first our garden area, which is several acres of concrete picnic tables and benches. We also have umbrellas on them. We have a band shell and 3 bars and 3 kitchens surround that. 3 remote outdoor kitchens. And they'll all be serving different German foods, whether it be sausage or schnitzel or potato pancakes. And then the 3 bars also flank that. And then there's a bandstand there, which will have live music.
Wonderful.
All the time. Then if you head a little bit as you're coming into the left into our main parking lot, which is huge, we will have erected a massive tent, tens of thousands of square feet. It will have in it festival tables, like linear, very long tables lined up, double loaded chairs on both sides. We have a large dance floor and 2 stages. We have a main stage at the head of the dance floor. And then at the foot of the dance floor, we have a smaller stage. And then we'll have continuous music there where the act on one stage will hand it off to the act on the other stage and back and forth. So there's never any awkward silence. It's always got live music audible. So we have, of course, the beer stands all around, but we also are open inside. We have a very big clubhouse, and that clubhouse has a large hall, which we do for dances. And then we have a smaller hall, which is more like a pub atmosphere. And both of those are open as well. And in the large hall, we're going to be having sit-down dinners where you can get dinner served to you and you can get food that you will not get outside on the festival grounds. So like sauerbraten or a schnitzel dinner with all the side trimmings.
Now, this is a weekend long event. Can you tell us about what's the date of the event and the cost to attend?
So the last weekend is October 29, 30, and 31.
All right.
And then the first weekend is going to be the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Very good.
And we open at 4:00 on the first Friday. And I would say right in the middle of the day. We're only open for 8 hours on Friday, but somewhere around the end of the first shift, which is going to be like a little before 8:00, we'll end up doing a parade and an opening ceremony, kind of like they do in the Olympics.
I love it.
And we've also, every year we invite the mayor to come tap the first keg.
Very good.
And this year the mayor has graciously agreed.
So very ceremonial on the opening day. And what's the admission price? Is there a price for each day, or can they get a pass to attend all days of the event?
So we're doing, this year the event is $8 per day at the door. And then you could also we have pre-sale outlets. If you check our website, I believe you can buy a pre-sale ticket for $6.
Okay, very nice.
And this year we're just about to launch a promotion where we're going to have folks that come in Uber or Lyft. We're going to give them a discount on the admission. Very
smart of you to do, since this is Oktoberfest after all, and there'll be some great brews for everyone to taste while they're there.
There'll be the biggest selection of German beer in Lee County.
Well, everyone talks about this event, not just here in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, but all throughout Southwest Florida. Some people drive from the other coast to come over here as well. So we're really looking forward to this year's event. I understand with the dancing, is there any contest? I mean, since it is Halloween weekend, are you encouraging people to dress up in German attire or Halloween costume contest? What else is in store?
Oh, we always encourage people to dress in what we call Trachten, which is traditional German clothing. So most of men wear lederhosen. Sometimes women wear lederhosen these days now too, because the fashion's really been updated. And then the dirndl is the traditional women's dress, and there's many variations of that as well. So we do encourage that. We do not really have a Halloween costume contest. I can't promise you we won't have one on Sunday, because we might if the event organizers and the committee decide to do something like that. But when we land on Halloween, or even before Halloween, we often get many people coming in Halloween costumes, either on Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
And that is, of course, welcome. Contest-wise, you may see chicken dance contest. And then also we do a stein holding contest, which is a 1 liter glass stein. Imagine almost a glass pitcher. And you have to hold it out straight in front of you, kind of like that, and not bend your arm. And whoever can hold that the longest, and it's very difficult. I've tried it myself. It's hard. So those contests don't last very long. They're usually under 2 or 3 minutes. But we do that also in the game tent.
Sounds like a lot of fun, though. I'm going to have to come because I'd like to see you do the chicken dance.
If you come, I will do it.
And I may have
I'm usually too busy working, but if you come, I'll do it.
I may have to join you in that because I haven't done the chicken dance in many years. So this sounds like a fun event for the whole family too. I mean, there's a lot of beer to be drank over there, but it sounds like there's a lot of family fun as well.
It is kid friendly. We have a carnival area as well.
Very good. Very good. Anything else that you'd like to share about the Oktoberfest or any of the other upcoming events over this last quarter of the year?
So when the Oktoberfest is over, we'll be doing, the German club doesn't stop after Oktoberfest. We're actually going to move into a season that we call Carnival or Fasching. And what that is German Mardi Gras. And it lasts from early November right up until Fat Tuesday, which is the day before Ash Wednesday. And we actually will have 3 events that commemorate that. And they're going to be different themes, but we also, on the first one, we crowned a prince and princess, and they have a court and they preside over those 3 dances. And it's very important to us. It's almost as important as Oktoberfest, not as far as scale goes, but culturally.
Okay.
And then in December, we'll have a 2-day, we call it a Christkindl market, which is it's a Christmas market. And, we'll have German comfort food, beer. We'll have glue wine, which is a hot mulled wine, which is a tradition going back to the classic Christkindl markets in Nuremberg in Germany.
Okay.
And then we have New Year's Eve. We have a chorus that does a Christmas concert in December. And then once we get past New Year's, we get back into festival season. And we have typically a festival in January that's called the Schlachtfest, which is really nice. It's not it's almost like a pig roast, but a little more ceremonial than that. And then we'll end up doing 2 outdoor small festivals just in our beer garden. One in February and one in March, possibly one in April.
Well, I'm starting to get a very clear picture of all the fun members have and friends of the German American Social Club. It's definitely not lacking in events or things to do and all fun type of things. So I'll have to put a lot of these on my calendar to make sure I get over there and check everything out, including some maybe Christmas shopping at your Kris Kringle event.
Yeah, that's a very nice, very intimate, very, very nice event.
As we're getting ready to wrap up our podcast for today, there's a couple things that I might want you to, and I understand you're not from Germany, but why don't we together practice learn a couple words in German as we're leading up to Oktoberfest that might come in handy. If you don't mind teaching me and the audience a few of these words in German, that would be great. Why don't we start with good day?
So good day is fairly easy. You would say Guten Tag.
Guten Tag?
Guten Tag. That's good
Guten
day,
Tag.
literally in German, yeah.
Which good day or hello. So as we greet people out there that may be from Germany, we could surprise them a little bit. Guten Tag. Okay.
Guten Tag,
and
yes.
How about thank you?
Thank you is Dankeschön.
Dankeschön?
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Okay. And the final one, which we hope to be doing a lot out there as we're tasting all these great German beer, cheers. How about cheers?
Okay. Prost.
Prost. And I'm going to grab a little beverage that I have right here to toast our audience. Cheers, Prost, to you today. Thank you for joining us, Stephen, on this podcast, Southwest Florida Strong podcast. We appreciate you joining us to tell us a little bit about the German American Social Club and also Oktoberfest. You are one of the individuals and the organization that makes Southwest Florida so strong. So to our guests that are out there, thank you for joining us for the Southwest Florida Strong podcast. If you would like to view this podcast or other podcasts, please visit us at conrickpr.com or wherever you view your podcast. Until next time, stay Southwest Florida Strong.